Living alone in the wilderness. How season 11 is really booming. The contestants started showing off their survival abilities. Someone caught a squirrel. Eat meat and drink soup, a very delicious meal. Someone caught a wild rabbit. Can eat 2 rabbit meals. Caught a mackerel that weighed 10 pounds. It's like falling from the sky and making something delicious. Some people even caught cod. Big freshwater. This is no longer a survival competition. It's obviously a vacation in nature. The contest has entered its 3rd day. On the first day of the contest, Isaiah suddenly discovered a wild goat jar. But he didn't turn it into a fireplace. It's used as a potty. That way on cold nights. Isaiah, maybe you don't have to leave the house to solve it. As it gets colder and colder, temporary tents no longer meet the needs of survival. That's why his mission is today. It's about building a place where God is hiding, strong enough to withstand the cold. It's only 201 kilometers from the Arctic Circle. Temperature can go down to -40 degrees. A house up here would afraid that it is difficult to make. Body feel comfortable. So Isaiah decided to build a half-underground house. There's a small dry incision nearby. You need to dig a hole inside, forming walls like those of a house. Construction is the hardest job in the birth competition. You need to slow down and control the pace to reduce calorie consumption. When you need to rest, really rest well. Otherwise, you will be exhausted, and the one who regrets it is you. As the contest enters its 4th day, he has woven a web of thorns. Even though the final product is tiny and tiny. But sometimes blind cats meet dead mice. Go to the river and find a beautiful place. Put it in the water and it'll automatically catch fish. Since I almost got eaten by a bear, he hurried to clean his house and rebuild the shelter. Now everything is ready. I want to put it all into work. It's all about finding food. He's been living on wild fruit and mushrooms lately, so the rush is a little protein. In addition to the teeth, he's holding a fishing pole. Go fishing by the river. Do 2 things at the same time. The probability of success is doubled. Years of experience in the wild. He's very confident in fishing. While you were fishing, suddenly a duck flew in. He hastily took the bow and arrow, and at the same time mimicking the duck's meow. I hope it can get close to me. Maybe the duck grammar is wrong, so it didn't come close to landing. A great opportunity has passed. But right now, he suddenly heard a noise in the water. I can't believe from the opposite side. Another duck quietly swam too, in his heart to offer a secret joy. He suppressed his emotions, quietly waiting for the prey to approach. But the best opportunity didn't come. The duck ran away first. His arrows stuck deep into the water. Because this thing is precious, so cover. You're supposed to be in the water for 2 minutes to pick it up. The water temperature was about 10 degrees Celsius. The body feels cold. Fortunately, he managed to pick up the arrow. The 3 ducks were very close together. It doesn't work because those 2 words are greed. They are waiting for the best. Shot an arrow at 2 ducks. The result is contrary to expectations. If he's not too greedy, maybe you can enjoy duck roast now. Now it's just a matter of patiently fishing. I hope I can get some protein. Time has passed until the 5th day. Dusty has built the perfect home. They even built a really good table. As soon as Dusty is watching the fruits of his labor, suddenly I heard the squirrels cry. The delicious food is not enjoyed. Then he hurriedly took the bow and arrow and chasing. The first arrow flew away but did not hit its prey. Luckily the squirrel didn't get any further. When Dusty shot the second arrow, he successfully hit his prey. When you finish, there is food. It's true that luck doesn't match. I don't know if it was hunger or disease. This morning Dusty keeps having a stomachache. I hope after eating this squirrel, the stomach will improve. Next, clean handling of prey. Be ready to grill later. It needs to preserve its skin intact. When you collect enough, you can use it as a warmer. Michaela disguises herself with weeds next, to seduce the duck. But reality has proven that this method is really not very effective. Your fishing net hasn't found a good spot yet. Is a free person. She's from a nomadic tribe. They usually migrate based on the food situation. Even in modern life, this behavior has been greatly restricted, but here she can do whatever she wants. Changing hunting and fishing locations. Now there are no ducks and no fish. Michaela, I went to the forest to find some berries to fight my hunger. I can't believe she didn't just find the strawberries. I also discovered a burdock. This plant is not only easy to eat, it also has some medicinal value. Michaela chained it up from the ground. Get a little handful of tree roots. Pick some more berries. Cooking a meal is no problem. After Peter started the competition, he hasn't found any food yet. He's using wood as a fake prey. And it's crocheted with bee prongs. The fishing ability of this thing is amazing. So each contestant can only bring 3. The preparation work has been completed. Peter came to the river and started fishing. I can't believe it's only been a while. There was a fish bite. This makes Peter more confident. At least I saw hope. About half an hour later, finally, there's a fish bite. And what's more, it's a big mackerel. Fortunately, he's got a firm grip on the hook to tip it upside down. Otherwise, it's very easy for this fish to bite off. If this fish is going to stop eating, it must have lasted a few days. But I decided to take my chances. See if you can get some more. The time has come to Friday. Wake up every morning. The first thing you do is just check the nets. He used to teach people how to fish. But now I can't find anything myself. It's really depressing. I just walked to the river today. I found a bird on the net. This must be a good sign. Maybe there's fish in there. It's true that blind cats encounter fry. A small grid that's sharp. I can't believe I caught fish again, and what's more, it's a very large mackerel. Enough to feed him for a few days. In the 10th season, runner-up of the YS contest, I caught a fish this size. The fish is a little smaller, but it's enough to get him excited. After cleaning the fish, cut the meat in half. Just drop it directly into the pot. This one can provide about 400 cal energy for him. Based on experience from previous seasons, if you store food again, it's not the wisest choice. Because sometimes they're stolen. It can be rotten and damaged. The strategy is, we'll quickly put all of this in the stomach. Only that is the safest. After 6 days of starvation, I finally got to eat protein. It feels so wonderful. Isaiah is still building her own house. After the foundation of the hole is dug, he cut down a few more trees and put them in for corners. Then dig a hole and fix it into the pedestal. It doesn't have to be too high. You just need to be able to stand up straight inside. Isaiah want to make the frame more solid. Then there's a lot of material to load up. To keep the best warm. I also knows that the better the house is built, the sooner it goes home. 7th season champion. Role in the shelter build is the perfect peak. So Isaiah, I want to follow his example to lay a solid foundation for the championship. But the prerequisite is, there must be enough food to support them. Otherwise, wait until the building is finished. The power is exhausted. Risk of being excluded from the competition. At that moment, suddenly a squirrel appeared from nowhere. Isaiah rushed to stop work, take the bow and chase. I can't believe the perfect shot. You managed to catch it. Once the meat is cooked, it can be eaten immediately. The part that can't be eaten, it can only be used as bait for fishing. When the meat is ripe, use chopsticks and pick it up. Eating meat and drinking soup is great. But it's just a little squirrel. Let a grown man eat. It doesn't seem possible. So, after Isaiah drank the squirrel clean, go to the river and check the hook again. I can't believe it. This time I caught a very large fish. When God gives us food, it's hard to be hungry. Peter is also knitting a net now. Because the AI also knows that in this place the protein source the easiest thing to find is fish. So, he decided to fish and fish with a net. Trying to stock up on some food for another job. Did not expect that. Peter is being superpowered today. The nets and fishing rods are constantly catching fish, even caught a freshwater cod. I heard it tastes like lobster. And that's attracted a lot of fishermen. And then Peter caught 2 more big mackerel. We caught 5 fish in total. 10 pounds of fish, but he couldn't eat them all. Can only find a way to smoke them up. For long-term preservation, Peter used the tree's branches to build a conical support. Next, start pinning the fish meat in the middle. Then take the moss and cover it around. After drying the fish by smoking, it can be stored for a long time. Abundant food brings new troubles. The smell of fish is so strong, will definitely attract the bears around to explore when the danger will come to Rossau. Weekend now. Time has passed until the 7th day. William's situation has been pretty good lately. At least catch the fish. Today he went to check the rabbit trap he had set before. See what you can get. After a few days of waiting, William actually caught one. Now this is definitely one of all the contestants. We've captured the largest mammal. His meat can feed William to full meals. Compared to Michaela, you're not so lucky. She lives off the long fruit. After completing the shelter, today's breakfast has berries and horseradish. The taste of this is hard to describe. Michaela to the river to check the fish net. In a place like this, without the addition of protein, it can't last long. So she's forced to catch fish, or get protein from other animals. After relentless efforts, daily re-edit the grid position. This time I finally got the reward I deserve. Michaela has successfully caught a large alligator. But in the process of making fish, she suddenly felt nauseous. And this feeling is getting stronger. Michaela's fake belly is like a wave. Finally she stood up, gagging a bright red object into the river. This is not just blood. I ate a handful of blueberries in the morning. Reason, Michaela must have vomited because she ate with the burdock. After the situation improves, she hurried back to continue dealing with that mackerel. First of all, Mikkel needs to cut off the head of fish or cook a pot of fish head soup. Then separate the meat and find a way to save it for the next meal. There's this protein, she can keep competing. I hope I can beat the tough guys to win the war. The time has passed until the 8th day, after Peter had hoarded a large amount of food. So, I decided to build a ladder to hide their food on high. It's not complicated to do this, but it's going to take a lot of energy, because I ate smoked fish last night. That's why Peter didn't sleep well. So, it's a little distracting at work, accidentally injuring fingers. It's just a small wound. That didn't stop him from working. After the ladder is finished, Peter came to the river. I need to catch another fish. But luck didn't smile at Peter. The fish has slipped off the hook. Fortunately, the second line is blank. If you don't get to the third string, there's nothing. This made Peter's mood. In the blink of an eye he fell to the bottom. Peter returned to camp. I'm starting to feel sad about 70 feet. It's obviously full of fish. There are 4 more fish in my hand. But in a bad mood like this, that kind of mentality is a little dangerous. Standing in the ring, he made a really questionable decision. Peter picked up the phone and called the show. Official withdrawal from the contest. But bold moves like this, it's really hard for me to understand. I don't know if you watch BI. How does this feel? After 8 days on the field, there are only 8 players left.